Explain Well. Exclusive to The Drive with Robin Ross.
And we're explaining them well today, and I haven't even seen any.
Die skoenlappers, die wit skoenlappers,
Ja.
dit is vir my die mooiste ding om hulle te sien. Dit is amper so 'n teken van hoop en 'n teken van die mooiheid van die natuur. I absolutely love this. But I haven't seen them as much as we used to.
No, I did see, however, Brent Lindeque, the Good Things guy who we had on the show a while ago. He was tweeting about it this morning, saying it's so nice to see them back.
Yeah.
He's probably from Joburg because that's where I saw them this morning, Northcliffe, Blairgowrie, that area. But we have spoken to someone and apparently we missed most of them. The most of them were flying, millions of them in December. But this is like a kind of a klein bietjie wat nou nog oor is en wat nou nog iewers op pad is.
The
Ja.
latecomers.
Yes.
We had a chat to Professor Jennifer Fitchett, who is from Wits University. And one of the things she does is study the migration patterns of these butterflies, which, what a cool job. And we're asking, where do you come from? Where do you go, cotton-eyed butterfly?
Estimates are in the numbers of millions. This is a huge migration event. Lots and lots of butterflies that are moving right the way to Mozambique. I know that my sister was staying in Klerksdorp in December, and she could see a lot of those butterflies moving through towards the end of December.
So basically, they start in the Karoo and the Kalahari. Daar in die Kalahari waar het droog en warm is. My favorite, most beautiful wild part of this country.
Absolutely.
And then they trek straight across all of us and go to Mozambique.
Imagine.
And then what?
Then they live there.
I was going to say, settle down, raise some kids, start a family.
And then I don't know. And I mean, she didn't tell us exactly how they end up in the desert because she mostly looks at climate. But I mean, they're going there.
Yeah. So speaking of the climate, obviously the factors that influence the environment and how free animals can be to do the things that they need to do, impacted by the cars on the roads and die drones en allerhande goed wat hulle eintlik kan bedreig. So how many of them actually make it?
They are looking for food as they go along their route. They're looking for water. The species that they particularly are excited by is what's called the shepherd's bush. So if it is very hot, the same applies to bees, and we're worried about their extinction. Having some water that's available is always a good thing.
Excellent. So you can help a butterfly.
You can help a butterfly, like you can help the bees and stuff. So make like a little pond there and all of those things. But they're also good because they're pollinators. So they're not like grasshoppers where they come and they demolish everything in your garden. They are a good sign.
Just a little flyby, a little help your garden grow, a little house it. They're talking like 140, 150,000 butterflies crossing an area per hour.
Yeah.
When they're in full migration mode. And we got to chatting to Jen as well about, how is it going for them? Because apparently this migration is starting earlier and earlier every year because of the climate.
About 100 years ago, the jacarandas were flowering in November. We now see them flowering as early as mid-September some years. Both the jacarandas and the butterflies, as well as the Namaqualand daisies and apple and pear blossoms, we're seeing earlier bloom, earlier arrival of butterflies. And that's because the temperatures that we used to experience in summer, we're now starting to experience September, October. The temperatures that we experienced in September, October, we now start to experience in July, August.
So there you go. Climate change is giving us butterflies earlier
Yeah.
and jacarandas earlier.
But it's
Exactly.
apparently not necessarily all a bad thing. That apparently the fact that they're now going earlier because the flowers are blooming earlier means that they are also adapting to the way that nature has to adapt to climate change.
Well, the way I want to hit play on the circle of life from the Lion King right now.
Or Cotton Eye Joe, come on. Where did you come from?
Yeah. So there you go. The end of the butterfly migration is busy moving its way through. They've all left the Karoo, hulle is op pad Mozambique toe, and we wish them all the best.